This should be played at high volume, preferably in a residential area.
GameWorn Radio is on the air.
Hey! Chilton scores! Popping the Cordova, baby! We're going bowling. Now, let's go hunt moose on a Harley. The fires, he scores! L.A. face with an Oakland booty. Scores! Make me a bicycle cop. They score! Bowmeister paid that man his money.
GameWorn Radio.
Hey everybody, it's Derek with GameWorn Radio. We're part of GameWorn.us, and I am on a call today with Hunter Lane, and we got Drew. Hey Drew, wave to the people. You're the only other one on video right now. We got Dan, Tom, Jason, of course, and we've got a great show planned for you guys today. Hunter is a new caller, and he's going to talk to us about a GoFundMe campaign that he set up. Earlier in the day, we had a collector post to one of our Facebook groups that he was looking to sell a Luongo jersey in order to raise money for a headstone for his infant child that passed away, unfortunately. And, well, I don't think the community took very kindly to that and said, fuck that, keep your jersey, and let's get this thing knocked out, yeah? Hunter?
Oh yeah. It's been going really well. After Pete asked about it, I had been thinking about it, and I said this is perfect. And we originally set the goal. I originally set the goal kind of low, set it at $1,000,
And that was close to the asking price that he wanted for that jersey.
Yeah, I figured if we got close to the asking price for the jersey, that would be pretty good. And then I realized very quickly it needed to be raised. And then when Sean donated, I realized it needed to be raised significantly. And I was like, all right, we're just going to shoot for the moon. And right now, at 9:02, we are at $3,252.
Just over an hour.
Yeah,
just over an hour.
It's been like 90 minutes or something we've had this thing up, so it's absolutely amazing to see in a Facebook world full of people complaining about the community and all the things that they don't like about it. This was probably the best turnout that I've seen in I haven't been collecting for a long time, so it was pretty cool to see everybody come out of the woodworks from all over the place. And there's still a couple other places that we'd like to share it to. With the acronym with GGSU is another place we're going to share it to.
And, yeah, I'm pretty sure that I am familiar with that as well as Jason is.
Yep.
Yeah, I follow the page. I don't ever say anything on it, but
you can't, man. It's a cesspool, but they are good for a few things. That's for sure.
Yeah, so hopefully they're good for busting out their wallets and helping this family out in a time of loss. But yeah, it's been absolutely amazing to see. I don't know if there's anything else you wanted me to talk about, Derek. I can hang out for a little while. I've been
stay on as long as you want.
Yeah, I've been lurking and listening to some of these things for a while. So
we're glad to finally have you aboard. I mean, it's definitely a great time to get you involved. That's for sure.
Yeah, thank you guys. It's a pretty awesome experience to see. And I've been talking to a bunch of people. I don't know, there for a minute I was getting people sending me PayPal because they couldn't process their credit card or whatever. So I was doing PayPal transactions and donations from my card to put in their amounts, and it was getting a little crazy with all the messages and things. But I was telling everybody, like my job, I work for the Boy Scouts, which so whenever that's like our thing is to help other people. So it's an awesome it's an awesome opportunity to help out a fellow collector,
Well, just so everybody has a little bit of backstory, it's Robert Shaw, and he had a 7-8 month old son and it was just a really short life, terribly sad story. Nobody should ever have to, you know, find ways to make something meet to have, you know, something like a headstone paid for. So really, honestly, the community coming together just like beat the shit out of this campaign. You know, I mean, you really can't ask for anything more, you know. And it does come, just like you were saying, it comes a little bit after, you know, a couple Debbie Downer posts here and there, which I'm guilty of it, you know. And I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about it on this show, just how sometimes things can get you down, and it's something like this that really puts it into perspective for you. And I mean, as a father myself, I cannot imagine. Honestly, I've thought about it before. Fuck, it is dusty in here, man. Get that shit away from me.
Teach you to be down in the basement, Derek.
I shouldn't stop doing construction down here. But yeah, it's like I can't imagine that.
It's all the
Like, that's
grime
a strong
coming off
person.
It's all the grime coming off those Red Wings jerseys.
Oh, what a hater! Not the time. Not the time.
Well, and Derek, and you say it just as good as any of the rest of us can. Is all of us on this call? I think all of us on this call have kids at different ages, and yeah, to go. I mean, even when they're sick, just how heartbroken you get. I've had some friends go through some of this similar kind of situation, and just especially having total strangers reach out and just say, you know what, here, let me throw $5. I mean, it doesn't matter the amount people are throwing out there. I mean, there's been some hugely gracious donations for this, but there's been $5 ones, you know what? And it shows what kind of, at the end of the day, what kind of community this collecting community really is. It's not about the jerseys. It's about the connections we make with people and the help we can give.
If that's one line that we tote on this show and at GameWorn.us, and especially when people have kind of like I'm thinking about leaving the hobby or whatever posts, is we always talk about the people, and that is ultimately the most important. And I mean, this here stresses that. This entire event stresses that. You know, I haven't had the opportunity to speak with Robert or, you know, intimately know his life, but it's a moment like this that's just like, man, you know, I don't think I'd be able to get through that. It's a strong man, and he deserves our support, and he needs our support. And if this isn't giving him our support and telling him that a group of people that he might not even know has mad love for him, I don't know what is. You can't tell me that's not that.
I think in a way, too, I mean, obviously that Luongo jersey meant something to him at some point. I think the fact that he gets to keep that jersey now and the meaning behind keeping that jersey, I think is going to just amplify what it means to him. You know, and Doc knows that I took a little bit of a break from the hobby and that I didn't sell off anything, but I took a break. I think I felt like I was taking some things personally, and little moments like this and, you know, moments I've had with Doc and some of the fellow collectors around here just continue to restore faith in it. And that's where I need to learn, and a lot of collectors need to learn to not take the negative part of things so personally and do it because we love to do it and because we love to interact with people. And I think sometimes we lose sight of that.
I can definitely agree with that. This is like that snap back to reality, put things back into perspective moment. Now, Hunter, you had the opportunity to contact Robert. I know the funny thing about this entire thing is Robert had no idea this was going on. I mean, he posted the jersey.
He did not.
Like 9 hours ago, and it was in the past hour and a half, 2 hours that things started to snowball and just got bigger and bigger. And he hadn't been around. People were messaging him here and there, but nobody actually really got a chance to talk to him. And Hunter, you reached out to some people that were able to get a hold of him and get his phone number or something like that, and you were able to talk to him?
Yeah, he saw my message eventually and gave me a call, and we talked on the phone for like 5 minutes, and he was definitely at a loss for words. You could tell he was just by listening to it, you could hear it in his voice, you know what I mean? And he was totally surprised and very, very thankful for the whole thing. It was really a good opportunity. It was a great opportunity to get to talk to him just for a couple minutes. he and his wife are, you saw they posted on, he ended up posting on the link as well. They were just blown away, by the community coming out for this, which is absolutely amazing.
It definitely came out in full force, that's for sure. And I mean, it couldn't be for a better cause.
Absolutely.
All right, I gotta collect myself here for a moment. Give me a zen moment here. Goose Fraba and all that, right? It's still dusty in here. I wasn't joking about that. Ugh.
Well, and you know what, and that's what I want, and I can ramble on this for an hour. I want the takeaway that, I mean, none of us, or very few people, know this collector probably. The name didn't ring a bell. I saw the jersey up there earlier, but because it's not even anything that I remotely collect and it was out of my price range, I saw the price and didn't read the description or anything. I'm glad somebody took the time to do that and stop and say, hey, wait a minute. Let's see what we can do here. And I want everybody to have that takeaway of it's bigger than those pieces of fabric that we have hanging on our closet or in a frame on the wall. That as a group, when somebody needs something, I know if I need something or anybody else, even when somebody just needs a person to listen, and I've helped some of the collectors do that, or reach out to them via Facebook message or whatever, say, hey, you okay? Things going on? You need a vet, whatever. We'll do that. And it's because we've made those connections. I mean, some of the collectors have been around forever, but even some of the newer ones understand how this works and fit right in. It's still one big family. We're one screwed up, weird family where we collect things that guys sweat in and wear and has weird marks on it, and our significant others may or may not understand that, or our friends may or may not understand it, but it's a community, and while it's not perfect, times like these show that it still is a great thing, regardless if you collect $50 junior jerseys or $10,000 Crosby jerseys.
Now, on that note, I want to take a moment, recognize some of the people donating. I might hack their names because I don't know how to say them. But we've got some time, so I figure, people deserve recognition. Travis Passmore, Jay Fielder, Dan Day donating during the fucking radio show when he should be on the radio show. I'll forgive you, Dan. Brian
you know
Seppa,
what?
Jimmy
Hunter was talking.
Steichen, Lou Toth, Francis Ratty, Rich London, Tom Coleman, Tyler Spooner. Hey, that's twice. Brian Perkins, Kevin Koch, Elliot Stanek, Spencer Muir, Ken Terry, David Laneman, Joe Penrod, GoalieParts.com. Hell yeah, GoalieParts.com. Joseph Corrigan, GoalieParts.com again. Joseph Corrigan, Nick Zinzola, Scott DeVries, Albert Lum, Stephen Brooks, John Leslie, or Izzy. I'm not sure if that's an I or it's the font. Derek Pasterno, Josh Diokin, Jeff Holletz, Nicholas Welch. I'm sure you guys have heard a lot of these names before. Derek Whitwer, Andrew Arsenal, Dmitry Shmerkovich. God, I hope I didn't hack that. Eric Brown, Philip Mangrum, CJ Cassidy, Robert Taylor, Michael Hugasian, I hope that's right. Charlie Farrat, Ali and Aaron Zimmerman. That one's kind of an important one that I put on there. Another one of our collectors also lost children as well, and those were the names of the children that he lost. Robert Haas, Steve Slezak, Adam Grenier, Jason Rupert, Mark Jurgensen, Phil Watstein, GameWorn.us, Anon, Sean Chalk, Carl Beorworth, Donna Dowling Hall, Mark Blaise, Johan Rabuso, Mark Zetto, Trevor Menz, Thomas Altmans, Pete Colleen. I believe Pete actually started the huge thread that we have going on right now. Mark Lennon, Evan Milbrandt, Big Anon, Eric Zabris, Tim Watchter, John O'Neill, Paul Rank, Tim James, Zach Lapp, Greg Davis, Paul Vasallo, David Ambrosio, Hunter Lane, of course, Jason Doc Noyes, David Ambrosio. So, I mean, that's the list of names so far. It only gets bigger by the refresh. And mad respect to everyone, man, getting in on it. Justin, Jason Seidel, Rick Scheffler, Dennis Seymour. All these names are people I know, and just incredible support.
Derek, and it's funny, kind of going through. I was listening to names, and I'm familiar with some of them, and I know some of them are newer. That's all right. But that's the thing, is some of the names I heard are guys that have been in this hobby for decades. Others that are fairly new. So again, something that can bring all levels of this together, and I know it's going to mean a ton to this family. And I mean, as rough as it is, it's just hopefully we could take just a little bit stress off of them. And I thank everybody that came up with the idea and put this together. I mean, it deserves a huge round of applause and a toast and everything else.
Yeah, I mean, as a dad of a 16-month-old, I mean, she is the one thing in this world that has been able to bring me joy through some tough times. I think one of the other things is my love for this hobby and my jerseys and my sports collectibles. So, this family needs to be able to hang on to something that makes them happy, and it's just wonderful to see this community band together to help out.
Well, that Luongo jersey is certainly going to mean something completely different after this. Completely different. It's no longer a Luongo jersey. It is something completely different now. We got Marco trying to call in. I'm going to see if I can get him connected here. Let's see.
It's
Daylight
that weird Canadian guy.
Game. Yeah. Is he calling from? Somebody take over while I try to get this idiot connected.
So I guess we can roll into other things. I guess, has there been any major announcements or crazy things you guys have seen in the hobby in the last couple weeks? I know we've had a little bit of time off with Derek traveling, and then Halloween in there. And have you guys seen any just strange crap in the hobby lately?
No, Doc, the one thing I'll bring up, and is I posted it to the Blues GameWorn page, was just that and I know Derek commented on it as well. I thought it was interesting that they had a Tarasenko card that had a swatch that wasn't necessarily interesting that the set tag was included in the swatch, but it was more that they had Upper Deck listed as one of the set tags. So I know some other teams do that. I just found it interesting that the Blues did it, and I wasn't aware that they had done something like that.
Yeah, man, wasn't that an ancient article that I wrote so long ago? Hey, Marco, you big dumb idiot.
Are we
Welcome
live?
to the show.
Are we live?
We're live, dude.
Yeah. Oopsie daisy.
You're like a day late and a dollar short to the show, and you just missed an amazing, 15 minutes. Do you even know what's going on right now?
No. Tell me.
We had a collector not long ago post a jersey, a Luongo, for sale in order to raise money to create a headstone for their infant child that they lost, and the community rejected that notion and decided to start a GoFundMe in which we are kicking the shit out of it.
Really? How much have we raised anything?
We're at $34.35 right now. $3,435.
Yep, I got a faster number.
US dollars, not Canadian. US dollars.
$3,555 right now.
The goal is
$30,000.
It was
collector was only
74
asking
people.
$1,300, and we've upped the goal a few times. And I think, are we pretty good at $37.50? Is that where we want to be?
I think I'm gonna finish it at
$3,750 or $37,500.
No,
$3,750.
Okay, that's a pretty good. That's a. I don't want to sound. I don't want to. That's a good amount to raise.
For sure.
Well, and Marco, when he started it, the gentleman who's on the call here, yeah, it was at 1,000, and we blew that goal away in less than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
15 minutes maybe. Now, just so you know, we have Hunter on the call. Hunter is, he saw what was going on, and he started the GoFundMe that is currently kicking shit, and he was able to actually talk to the collector in need. Well, he's not exactly in need, but damn it if we're not going to give him his support, because he doesn't need to sell a jersey for something like this.
Well, Hunter, please send our condolences over.
Absolutely. Right now, the number that I've got showing up on my side is $3,745.
Sweet. So yeah, that 4,000, mark that, and then we'll call that a fucking massive win.
Yeah, that's a huge win.
Absolutely.
That's great. No jokes. That's just a very decent thing to do, and I'm happy we. I mean, I missed out on it, but I'm happy you guys were able to help him out.
Talk about the strength of our community. I mean, if that doesn't tell you how strong we are when times are rough, nothing else will. I mean, that's people.
You know what that tells me? It tells me there's too much money in this ridiculous hobby.
Hey man, hey, I am minus $1,000 a month right now, and we were lucky enough to actually have a consignment sale go through the website today, and our purchaser, our consigner, and our commission all went into this campaign. That's how much
awesome.
people
Good for you,
care
Derek.
about this stuff.
Good for you, man. That's wicked. What are they consigning out of curiosity?
It was a Ramo jersey that we had on there that I haven't removed yet, so don't go on the line and buy it right now because I haven't removed it yet.
Was it sold?
It's sold right now. It's being boxed up and shipped out, so you can't have it. Sorry, bud.
Curry Ramo, that's good. Leave it at that.
What's that?
My name is Marco, and I'm paying big money for Leafs.
Whatever. Fuck off.
But yeah, no,
I'm married
super
now.
cool thing.
I don't collect jerseys anymore.
I'm excited to have
Yeah,
Hunter on. to
now
talk
your
about
wife
this.
does.
Yeah, now they said now my wife does. Yeah.
Oh, is she
She
there
collects
right
them.
now?
She's looking at me. She does not want to participate with you people because she thinks that. She already thinks I'm a weirdo, but I imagine what she thinks of you guys.
Well, she's not wrong, whatever it is.
Put on your camera and turn it ever so slightly in the proper direction.
I am not showing you people a picture of my wife. Actually, I don't even want you guys knowing what I look like.
I'm not
So
asking
that's
for a
it.
picture.
That's
We're talking
pretty
about
damn ugly.
video.
No.
There's a
Not gonna
difference.
happen.
One is a still image and one is a moving picture. There's a distinct
Six
difference.
degrees of separation here.
Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah, I know.
Be a part of the
I'll send you-
community, Marco.
I'll send you naked pictures after. You can
All
pay
right.
me for them, and we'll
As
Can we
long as you're
qualify
in-
that? Are
put
the
it to
naked
the-
pic-
put it
are
towards
the
the
naked pic-
GoFundMe.
Are the naked pictures of Marco or his wife? Can we qualify that?
I'd have to pay you to send the naked pictures of me, but no. So they would be of my wife.
Oh, but hey, how about those game-worn jerseys, yeah?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
yeah, do we want to talk about what the Vegas one sold for?
No.
Yeah. Why not?
Maybe in like 8 days I'm trying to make a play.
Oh, really? Oh.
Let's talk about those St. Louis Blues jerseys, and I want to continue to talk about what Drew was talking about with the set tags and cards.
Well, let's start with Drew then, and give me a chance to pull up the
Their
prices.
player so far are in their franchise. They're about to trade them away.
Marco, since you were just joining in, Drew was talking
We can't discuss
about...
Vegas, really?
Stop trying to...
Well, we'll bring it up. If Derek's got something to work, I'm not gonna hold him to it.
Let's talk about it when we actually have the final values for everything. We can talk about the pre-orders.
You see what Derek's afraid of? Derek's afraid we're gonna inflate the price on these he's trying to pick up. You know, personally, I think the Vegas jerseys are way undervalued right now. They
Shut
should be
the
selling
fuck
for
up,
a
Marco.
lot.
I'm about to boot you from this call.
Vegas have a team? What?
Is it the Wrangler?
Yeah, the Las Vegas Wranglers. I got one on consignment right now on the website that hasn't sold.
Oh, I was joking, but
All right, Drew. We'll go with Drew. Drew wants to talk. He wants to speak. He's gonna speak right meow.
Right meow.
Right meow.
No, I don't know. It was just something I happened to be flipping through eBay and looked at a Tarasenko card. Noticed that the swatch had a set tag on it, and that set tag said UPPE, which would lead me to believe it was an upper deck set tag. So I think it's pretty well known that the Blues, I think, ran, Doc, what was it, like 24, 25 different sets last year, all total, all combined?
Shut up.
About that, dude, it's crazy.
It's bad. So I mean, you had your four straight sets, and then they ran 5 alternate sets, and then they did the jerseys off their back, and they, I mean, if you add it up, not all of them were legit real sets, but I mean, they pumped through probably 24 to 25 different jersey quote unquote sets last year. So I found it interesting that the Tarasenko card in question had an upper deck swatch in it. And I think that brings us into this year, and I'm interested to see how the Blues handle their sets now that things are in house. So not off to a great start, considering they did an opening night jersey auction not too long ago, and we've already got one quote unquote set out the door already.
Hey man, we don't need just an opening night jersey, but we need the night after opening night jersey.
100%.
You know what? Fuck it. We need a jersey for each game.
For each period.
No, we need a jersey for each shift. So when the players come off the ice, they just swap that shit real quick on the bench, like bang, bang.
And you know what? And I guess something we can bring up as a side note with this, because when the Blues posted their opening night set, while they're doing this, if you guys don't remember, or the people listening don't remember, the Blues are doing all this in-house now. So it's not through Fanatics, not through Migra, anybody like that. It's all in-house. It's been it seems to be a little rough going at times. There's a lot of issues with communicating with people. I know somebody who bought one of these jerseys and got charged immediately, and over a week past has still not heard from them about coming, because you can pick it up at Scott Trade if you're available to. Go ahead, Drew.
Oh no, I wasn't going to say anything. You're good.
But then went through these the pictures they took for the auctions, which of course is that e-gesture crap. If you look at it on your computer, and if you want to go see them, you can go to stlouisblues.com/GameWorn or Game Used, one of the two, and you can click the link and see all these jerseys, what they closed for. They still have Megan's jersey is a buy it now for $500. They started all these at $500, which holy fighter jet must be over Dan's house.
Yep.
But they started them all at $500, which I thought was a touch high, but I will say everyone but one sold. The highest going to Tarasenko, of course, at $1,801. A lot of them were right around $500. Parayko is $825. Who else was up there? Pietrangelo was $1,025. Schwartz was $1,676. Even Allen was only $600, surprisingly enough. As my wife chimes in because he sucks. But looking through the pictures, because they took really good quality pictures of the front and the back, and they put a picture of the set stamp in there. Several of these actually had decent wear for one game. Tarasenko had a big burn or something on his shoulder. Upshaw's had a hole in the sleeve. A couple other ones I saw holes in. So I'm beginning to think like everybody else, and as we've seen some of these pictures of the Vegas jerseys and others, these things are going to have some hellacious wear to them.
Hey. Oh, yeah, the Adidas ones, if you go and watch these games in HD, man, they have the living shit beaten out of them. They show everything, man.
Now, Doc,
look at the goalie jersey.
Listen. They have this new material that cuts down on the wear and tear on it. Haven't you seen the marketing brochures?
Bullshit.
The what? Yeah, okay, sure.
You have not seen the marketing brochures that indicate that these jerseys are made of the best material possible for the longevity of the lifespan of the jersey. which means you won't have to worry about them cutting and tearing and da-da-da.
Now, keep in mind, this is coming from the mouth of a man that's trying to sell us a bill of goods on Las Vegas Wranglers jerseys.
I can't trust a thing that comes out of that guy's mouth. 100%.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That was some fighting words.
Kind of shady. He's kind of a shady guy.
Well, I mean, what does Adidas know? They make fucking soccer jerseys. To them, action in a game is when the guy fucking tugs at the guy's jersey and the guy falls down like he's been fucking sniped. You know, they don't know how to make a hockey jersey.
Too soon.
I think the one thing to keep in mind too, if everybody remembers the Edge project back at 07, 08, I mean, we started off with the Edge 1.0s, and the year after they obviously made some adjustments and went straight to the 2.0. So I think it'll be interesting to see what they do year 2, to see if they adjust any of the fabric, see if they adjust the stitching, any of that kind of stuff, because it does look like the jerseys wear a little bit differently, but it's hard to say until we start getting them in our hands.
Can we all agree though that the Edge jerseys were probably by far the worst jerseys ever released into the hobby?
So I'm gonna come out right now and just say that I liked them. So say what you want to say.
2.0 or 1.0?
Well, the 2.0, I mean, the jerseys look the same from a blue standpoint. The 1.0 obviously had the moisture wicking, stretchy fabric. I like the vertical piping on the Blues jerseys, and I think I'm probably the only one that's ever going to say that.
I'll agree with that. I like the designs we've gone through, but I think overall a lot of the collectors are going to be very happy with what they get this time. Yeah. Because even the lesser known players for having a lot of wear, I think will have the wear this time around.
Well, imagine the teams that actually don't do crazy amounts of sets, like
Nashville. Yeah,
their trainers just must be like running a fucking like a sweatshop repairing these fucking.
Well, last year during the playoffs, Nashville went to Migraine, was like, "Hey, we're gonna pull out our Stanley Cup Finals set a round early because of how bad their
we've talked about that.
Oh, hey guys, guess what? So some of you guys may not know this, but GameWorn.us offers escrow style services for people that are able to go to in-person auctions while others cannot and they would like to bid on that. When that happens, we do have collectors let us know what games they're able to go to and what jerseys are being auctioned off at those games. And I do have a collector that is able to go to some Muskegon games and Kalamazoo game and Grand Rapids Griffins games for different jerseys, so I can let you know what the dates are. We got November 11th at Muskegon, November 25th at Muskegon, the March 2nd, March 31st. I'll be posting all these different events on our website as well for anybody who wants to participate in it. Kalamazoo K-Wings on February 10th. On April 7th, it's another K-Wings, I believe, and April 14th, we've got the Grand Rapids Griffins. So the way it works is when we have somebody that's able to do proxy bidding like this, we hold money in escrow to protect both the buyer and the seller. The proxy, you'll say you want a jersey, you let them know what jersey you want or the stipulations of your jersey. You let us know, we'll forward that information over, and you submit to us your maximum bid amount, so we have it. So if you win, we just forward it along. If you win but for a lesser amount, we forwarded the proper amount in. It's a one-time setup fee, $5 per event per person that wants to make a proxy bid through someone else. And essentially, if you don't win, we shoot the money right back to you. So that way, you know, when they bid, they're on the hook for that. So we're holding it so they're not screwed, and you own up to your bid, and we hold the money and don't give it to them in case they don't win your bid. Then we can shoot it back to you. So we kind of just do a little escrow middleman service for you guys to make that viable. So if you guys are going to any games that have like special edition jerseys and auctions and stuff, it's something cool that you guys can participate in as well.
I need to sign up.
Nice.
That's $5. That's crazy. That's a great deal.
Yeah, it's just
nothing.
$5 per game per collector that wants to make a proxy, and we'll do the best we can to hook you up. And we've got really good collectors that do this. I've been doing it myself at Walleye Games for people for the past few years, and I did it one time for some people in Grand Rapids Griffins when they had one of their auction nights. And you sometimes don't have to do a cover your ass situation, but we're there in case you want to. This at least opens it up to people that would normally not have, already be friends with somebody who's going, which is really nice and handy to do. I mean, I think I got you one, Dan, didn't I?
Yep, Griffins.
Yeah.
I know of one NHL team that has the in-person auction set up, but it's only the one team, and maybe you guys can add some more. But Vancouver does the in-person auction sometimes. Are any other teams do that?
I don't know of NHL. I just know of AHL and ECHL doing that mostly, because most of the NHL stuff do it on the NHL auctions or on their own e-gesture
charity
challenge.
reps. Yeah, they're all doing the hockey cancer thing too.
It's funny, Marco, that you brought up Vancouver, because I mean, you think of that one team that actually handles their game-worn jerseys with a hell of a lot of class. I feel like they do it right from start to finish. So that's interesting that you brought up Vancouver.
Well, there's arguments on both sides, because then some collectors will say, "Well, I'm not there, to bid in person, so what am I going to do?" So I guess there's arguments on both sides. But yeah, I think the Vancouver's game-worn program is pretty decent.
I mean, Erickson Shia used to work there before he got a different job, and he run that thing like a boss. I'm not too much of a fan of the e-gesture system or the mobile bid auction things, personally, but they've switched over to that a little bit more. I don't like the idea of you're letting me know right before the game starts what's available. I like to be able to plan my stuff out and not feel rushed and know what's going on. Maybe do a little bit of research, stuff like that. Research.
The Leafs have started just slowly trickling out the stuff. They had an online auction, and their stuff went
jerseys,
for
though.
no jerseys. Their stuff all just equipment, right?
Yeah.
Went for ridiculous money. I think Austin Matthews' helmet went for $10,000 or something like that.
What?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
What?
They took them offline after they sold, so you can't see the prices. But I have pictures of what they sold for, and it's ridiculous stuff, man. And you know what? I feel bad for people, because if you how many sets these teams are hoarding, it's not good for people that are looking at that as a kind of a fair evaluation of what they should be paying. They're going to come out eventually, and it's not going to be good.
I got a buddy that works at Real Sports, and I was giving him shit about that auction system that they were using for those auctions. He kind of wanted to give me a couple jabs, but we kind of came to terms to agree to disagree at the end there.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
What's his name? You can name him.
Brandon.
Yeah, Brandon.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I definitely. I gave him a little bit of shit, and he messaged me pretty quick. He's like, "Hey, man." So we hashed it out. He said
Brandon's practicing his yo-yo skills with all the equipment they're selling at MLSC right now.
Yeah.
They're literally releasing nothing.
Right now.
Lou Lamorella, man. I don't know. Anyone have any insight on the Devils game-worn situation back in the day? Was it the same thing, or it couldn't have been? Really, it's ridiculous.
I don't know. What was that one team I heard of a while ago where somebody was like the president or something of the team, and they were putting all these jerseys into storage, and then as soon as they left, they just opened the floodgates and dumped just a shit ton out there at one time. Can't remember who it was. It's just
who that was.
story.
I think from just a pure kind of a hoarding standpoint, I think Tampa still is hoarding jerseys and has been hoarding jerseys for forever.
Tampa won't let
Chicago?
go of current player jerseys. They will sell a jersey when the player is no longer with the team, but they don't sell current player jerseys. It's nuts.
There are a few out there. I've seen a couple of Hedman jerseys. It seems like Hedman's the one name that popped up, but I haven't seen anything. Stamkos, I haven't
Because
seen.
they had a shit ton of Hedmans. They had a shit ton of them.
Bobby's trying to talk to the Lightning, but I think it's a slow process.
They've been putting some of them in the e-gesture text thing that they do. Like, just, I guess it was a couple weeks ago, they had a Killorn on there from, I think, 2 seasons ago.
For those that couldn't hear Tom because he's like a billion miles away from his phone right now, he was talking about how Tampa was putting them on their mobile bid site.
I'm just saying they had an Alex Kilgore on the e-gesture from 2 seasons ago, and it went for, I want to say it went for $450 or something like that. So they put some of the game warns on e-gestures, the Lightning do.
Man, Tom's like yo-yo today. He's like running 50 miles away and running 20 miles back.
I'm not.
Holy shit.
So that's the thing. The phone's right by my face. The problem.
Well, your microphone sounds terrible.
Oh, that's
Get your
awesome.
shit together, Tom.
Yeah, seriously, buy some real
God.
internet.
I can't. I live in the fucking country.
Well, time to change that.
The goddamn cows aren't moving fast enough.
It's that damn Russian internet.
Chicago does the same thing as Tampa, though, right? Chicago hoards all their stuff.
Oh God, yes they do.
Oh yeah, they don't release.
Chicago will let them.
You know what? No, they don't hoard
don't they?
that bad. They hoard a good amount of stuff, but not like everything, because every now and then you'll see Joe listing like the current stuff for sale. I think recently he listed a bunch of preseason stuff, maybe.
I think Chicago lets jerseys go at their their annual fan convention. I obviously have never been, but I think that's one of their avenues to do it.
Yeah, you can get them from Joe. You can get them at the convention, and then they do them in 2 ways at the convention. I've seen them do them in like a grab bag thing, or like a live auction type deal.
Derek, doesn't Detroit have some fucking game worn museum or something like that they have? Joe Louis Arena?
I mean, we have.
Or no, not Joe Louis Arena anymore. Sorry.
Joe Louis is dead.
Yeah.
They have some game worn jerseys in there.
It's Little Caesars.
But I think
Arena.
they're training camp.
Little Caesars Arena. Gotta get it right. LCA. But
didn't they have
stuff on display?
They have stuff on display. That's right. Yeah.
Can we just
make a saying about the Devils?
You know.
Can we just make a movement to call Little Caesars Arena the Pizza Palace from now on?
Can we make a movement to not call Little Caesars Arena Little Caesars Arena, but just like maybe the place where the Red Wings play hockey?
Oh wait, the Red Wings are still a team? Seems like everybody's jumping ship on them now too.
Wow.
I'm telling you, man, the Pizza Palace has got a ring to it.
Look, man,
Hey, Derek,
they
thanks
brought
for Babcock,
Anthony
by the
Ciu
way.
back. What? What'd you say? What joke are you
Thanks
trying
for
to make?
Babcock, buddy. No, thanks for Babcock. He's a good coach. We really appreciate that you guys.
He's been helping you guys so much. You guys are doing so well. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're doing pretty good. We're doing better than Detroit right now. That's for sure. So, I mean, you got that.
How long on the season are we?
Well, okay. You want to put down some money right on this right now? We'll do it.
I'm not saying the Red Wings are good. I'm just saying you guys aren't going to go anywhere. That's all I'm saying.
It's a lot like the middle brother beating the shit out of the little brother.
What? There's no point?
No, it's just bound to happen at some point, but ultimately somebody's going to be the big brother.
It's all posturing. Macho bravado bullshit.
I mean, we all thought, or I guess we shouldn't say we all, but a bunch of people thought, I mean, the Oilers were going to be good.
Oh, God. They'll still probably make the playoffs. I mean, it would be so horrible if they didn't. I mean, oh my God. Can you believe that team can't score?
Everybody on XM just ripped the Blues to shreds and had the Hawks on a pedestal all preseason, which just blew me away.
Can we talk about for a minute how pissed off I am at the Hawks right now? Because I had a wicked ass parlay going on in Vegas, and
I remember that.
And the Hawks couldn't beat the Vegas Knights by 2 goals, and I'm thinking, That's an open and shut game right here, where the Vegas Knights are playing a third-string goaltender because their first two got injured, and they're playing the Blackhawks. Like, hands down, Hawks by 2. What the fuck?
Yeah, that
Tiggy didn't win.
Hashtag gambling rant.
Yeah, you'll make up for it eventually.
We'll see.
You haven't mentioned the other big hobby news, the invite you got.
I have an invite?
Yeah, what you posted about one of the conventions that we're going to cover.
That private one up in Connecticut?
Yeah.
The Boston one?
Yeah.
That's invite only?
Paul went to that thing, and we're allowed to actually cover it this year. It's been like a super secret thing, like double super secret probation. And we always, Paul would bring back pictures, and some people would request that we didn't talk about it or show it or anything. So we didn't, but this year we get to, and people get to see, what an invite-only gathering looks like. It's mostly geared towards collegiate collectors. Obviously, they bring other stuff too, but it's like a gathering of a lot of guys that collect collegiate stuff. Happens every year. It's pretty exclusive. I mean,
well, it's nice that we have
cool guys
that
there too. I really want to try and find time to make it out there if I didn't suck so bad. Damn it, Hunter! Stop raising the goal. We just want to meet it.
What do you raise it to?
It's 42.50 now.
Oh man, you blew by 4,000.
Yeah, we're at $44,010.
And how long? What, 2.5 hours?
Give the people what they want. We want to win. Give the people what they want.
It looks like we're gonna win for a while.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely doing good. But hey, bye, Marco, you dummy. But yeah, I mean that I'm waiting for that story so we can get it like nice and cultivated and whatnot. I'm looking forward to it. I've seen a bunch of the pictures. That medal that I have on there on like my little teaser article, I thought that was pretty dope. So yeah, that's that news.
I think somebody driving around while Skyping. That
Not me.
So they got a
Not
car
me.
accident there.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I got you guys on Bluetooth, so it's free. I mean, what you can do, Busy guy, mover and shaker.
They're real safe there, Marco. You're real safe.
It's on Bluetooth, Derek. Okay.
You mean the Canadians have access to that?
It's still distracted driving.
But it's not. Okay, we watch hockey where grown men beat the living fucking shit out of each other with bare knuckles. And you're worried that I'm on Bluetooth right now, hands-free?
Dude, what if somebody in the chat is like, "Hey, I have this awesome old school Toronto Maple Leafs jersey," and you get a boner?
I'll get into a car accident for sure. For sure, I'm dead at that point. Head-on collision.
And he won't be able to afford it though if it's for sale in the U.S. because of the exchange rate.
Well, and kind of on that same note, I would love to say that if he's on Bluetooth, he's got two hands on the wheel, but based on the exchange rate, he's only got one hand on the wheel.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
The exchange rate joke with you will never die.
Nope. I approve.
You guys will be trading in rubles pretty soon.
Rubles?
Right.
Isn't that like the Russian decrepit? Oh, is that a shot at Tom?
No, I think that's a shot at America.
At our president, yeah.
Oh, right. Damn. See, that's how much into politics I am. All I am is don't take my guns that I already have, and we're good.
Oh, let's not get into a gun discussion, please.
I'm just saying don't take what I already have.
Show.
That's all I'm saying.
Politics.
Do whatever you want, just don't take what I
It's
have.
hockey, not politics, gosh damn it.
Just don't take what I have. It's like my jerseys. I have these. If I can't get any more, okay, that's cool. But don't take what I already have. I have them already. I want to keep them. That would be very nice.
Yes, We want you to be able to keep all your GameWorn hockey jerseys, and we want to help you get more by going to GameWorn.us.
What a plug! That was a great plug.
Thank you, Doc, for that unsolicited testimonial.
I'm going there right now. Let's see what they got.
Figured they could just find a nice way to easily transition that shit over.
Yeah.
So I guess, have you guys seen any other weird shit in the hobby besides the weird card? And of course, we're still going to have Upper Deck cut up cards.
I saw a jock strap the other day.
Yeah, someone posted, I saw that.
Oh, yeah. Jesus. Eddie Belfour's, yeah. And it's sold, too.
Ugh.
That's
photo match
nuts.
that. Marco will be all about the photo match on that one.
Wait, was this a lease thing? What happened here? How am I just finding about this now? What happened with Belfour?
It's his jock, Marco. You want to photo match it?
Oh, really?
It's his ball smuggler. Someone bought his ball smuggler.
I can almost guarantee that. Yeah. Well, you know.
Somebody's selling a ton of Belfour stuff.
How much did they pay?
I don't know.
I'll see if I can dig it up, but he's the guy that's selling his stuff has got Stars stuff, Chicago Blackhawks, Belfour stuff, all over the place. And he's very proud of it as well.
Ugh.
There is Toronto Maple Leafs Belfour catcher and blocker.
Back when when Steiner was doing their auctions.
I know who this is.
You know who that is?
Guy is?
Who?
Yeah, okay, I'll tell you. Go do a search of classic auctions, maybe 1 or 2 auctions ago, what it sold for, and what this guy's inflating the price on. Something of Double D Hockey or something like that.
That would be it.
Did that come out? Oh, yeah, that's the guy's name. Oh, yeah. All he does is buys and sells jerseys. He's part of the forums and Facebook, and he basically gouges people and takes good deals and flips them and is a fucking cancer on the hobby. So fuck off, Double D. There you go.
Okay.
Damn.
Marco's opinion is not shared with the rest of the group, but it's his and his alone. I don't know anything about it, so I'm not going to bash the guy.
Yeah,
but
I know who the guy is.
I've heard of him. I just know he has some nice jerseys, and that's it. Nothing I could ever.
It was the net guard and the jock was listed at $250, and it's showing it sold. It doesn't say what it sold for.
I did find the lot on Classic Auctions where it's Ed Belfour's mid-1990s Chicago Blackhawks game-worn photo match, copper reactor, goalie pads and blocker plus glove, pants, and skates, but also has a picture of a jock and the neck guard thingy. And that entire auction of all that shit went for $888.
Yeah, just the Cooper reactor and blocker, glove and blockers, $2,000. And were they Cooper leg pads? Because if they're Cooper leg pads, he's got those listed for $2,500 or best offer.
Yeah, the black and white Cooper reactors.
Yep, that would be them.
Yeah, that was gotten in a lot for $888. Trying to find like a date on this, but I do not know where to look. November 6th, 2017, something like that. So really, that's not that long ago.
No, not at all.
Auction closed on Wednesday, November 9th, 2016.
Okay, so a year ago now.
Yeah. Well, I suppose Marco has made his point for a change.
Well, even a blind Canadian guy with a bad exchange rate gets things right now and then.
Damn. And he's gone. He can't even refute that we're talking shit about him. I didn't notice that.
Serves him right.
He can't even gloat in our face that he was right about something. All right, boys. Well,
anything else we want to hit on before we get out of here?
That was what I was about to ask. What we got? Anybody got anything? Anything juicy? What are we at on the fundraiser, Hunter? What do you got?
So right now we are at $4,145.
That's fantastic.
Give the people what they want. They want to win.
We're about 2.5 hours in, I believe, about since when we started it. So it's an amazing thing.
Sure is, man.
That's fucking incredible. We have a good community. We have a really just phenomenal community. You can't say enough good things about it. All right, boys. Want to cut it a little bit short? Or you got something for 5 minutes?
I just want to say it's the first time I've been back in a year, so I will see you guys in November of 2018. Good to see you all.
Oh. Come on,
all right, man. See you then.
Come on now. All right, what about outro music? Does somebody want to choose a song for me that doesn't suck? All right, guys. Well, for those that are still listening, the 2 or 3 of you, I'm sure it says more than that. I'm just going to say 2 or 3 of you that are listening. Appreciate you guys. Let's see if... What do we got? We need less than $200 to hit our mark. So let's knock that out tonight, yeah, and make Robert Shaw's night. I mean, I can't wait to hopefully we can hear from him and get his thoughts and feelings on it. And I'm glad that we can show some solidarity to him in this time of need. I know if I was going through something similar, that would mean the world to me. And I can't imagine being in that situation. So kudos to everybody who's been involved. Even if you haven't had the opportunity to donate, just being able to send your condolences means the world, I'm sure. And that just goes to show you how great this community is. So let's keep that up. When times get tough, let's come together. And
I just checked it again, and maybe somebody else in a different. It looks like it's $55 away from the $4,250 goal.
It is.
We'll get it. We need a win. Give us
a couple people kick that up there. Get this thing closed out. 93 people. Thanks to every one of them. Everybody that had a role in doing this. It just shows what in a couple hours what people can do.
Yeah, quite incredible. Quite an incredible feat. We have a great community, so don't rag our community, man. We got some of the best ones around, even though sometimes it doesn't feel like that. When the times get tough, we come together and we fight for our people. All right. Well, I enjoyed the show. Thanks for coming on. Hunter, hopefully we have you on again. Appreciate you coming on.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Keep us updated on things that are going on. Let us know when everything happens for Robert, and I'm sure we'll be keeping eyes on that situation. Again, thanks for doing what you did, man. Really huge thing to get set up, especially with the traction that it garnered. So be proud of yourself, because that is an amazing thing to do for somebody else.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me on tonight as well.
That was a blast, man. All right, we will see you guys next time, and hopefully we'll have some more amazing things to talk about.